Tough suits June more. Huh.
Hassan can get the gate.
Ooh, it's just us two.
Another truffle hunt?
No, we're meeting Eldrin, the old elf I told you about.
Did a
I
sign
spent
just open
summers here.
the gate?
Tended Hollow when I was a kid.
Hard to imagine.
Hassan, hang back.
I think we ran too fast. Hey there. Let me just loot something.
Eldrin, I got your message.
Oh? Who are you?
It's me, Davrin.
I knew a Davrin once. Strange kid. Too small, even for an elf.
Well, now, hold on.
So,
Davrin's
this
big.
walking mountain of armor I see before me can't be him.
You sure got old and cranky.
You got old and far too good looking. I was always the lady killer.
This is Rook. We're working together.
And can you be trusted around our holler, Rook?
I mean, I'm also an elf.
I'd be honored for the chance to earn their trust.
The holler decide that. And if you don't impress them, their antlers let you know.
It is kind of weird to look at the Hala now and think about like how they're connected to like Gillenane. I wonder what Gillenane would transform the Hala into if she had time.
Olathan Forest is wrong in a way I've never seen.
We know.
The holler aren't coming around, and these old bones aren't up to the task of chasing them anymore.
I got here as a veil jumper, the Dalish option. I'm curious that you need the faction for that and the race doesn't matter.
I'm worried they're sick. I need you to check on them for me.
Hassan, I told you.
Is that what I think it is?
I'm looking after him.
Remarkable. A griffin. Never thought I'd see one. Maybe all those summers here rubbed
The last
off.
free one at the
The
moment.
monster hunter turned shepherd.
Oh yes, let's ask something about Davrin's past.
What was Davrin like back then?
We don't need to waste Eldrin's time with...
He sang a lot.
This guy?
He'd sing to the holler.
You mean the Grey Warden standing next to me?
Now, hold on. I'd get tired trying to herd them. I started humming to keep myself awake, and they slowed down to listen.
So naturally, you broke out into song.
Only when humming didn't work. Just getting the job done.
And now the job is caretaker to a griffin.
They probably were decent people at one point. I'd imagine it's kind of hard to imagine they were always evil from the get-go, but power ultimately corrupts. I think so too, Alistair. I mean, all of the Evanuras used to be spirits. And, I mean, same as like Mythal, also had like those two sides, kinda. And I think that's what happened to them. And I mean, also the current versions of them we see, I mean, are like blighted, right? But yeah, I guess power corrupted, and that is what also led to like them murdering Mythal.
Davrin's got a soft spot in there. Hassan's digging it out.
Just keeping his nose clean.
Seems my old lesson sunk
Davrin
in.
is soft.
Not every creature in the forest is
Just the hard
Qunari.
exterior sometimes.
I didn't ignore everything you said. And now, we've got some hollow to find.
Davrin, I'm glad to see you took the road less traveled. It suits you.
Okay,
Anything
what
is
do we
going to
do?
happen to
Find
Hassan
some
at some
stone,
point,
a marble tree, and vanderberries.
I will flip the whole table.
I thought we were looking for Hala.
A lot
That's a
of
hollow.
people would go chasing after them,
Out of wood.
running around, getting nowhere. Paula can keep that up for days.
Maybe you could sing to them.
I'll
It's really
go right
nice,
on
though.
pretending you didn't say that. Trick I've learned. Ringing the dinner bell's a lot easier than searching the whole damned forest.
Race did matter too. You have a have been a Veil Jumper and an Elf, and then you will be a Dalish Elf. Ah, curious. The Eveners are also people who got corrupted to their own power. As always. I mean, look at the Tevinter Magisters. Seems to be a very common theme in Dragon Age.
Here we go.
Stone root, gather
Found a
the
marble tree.
berries.
See if it has a dead branch.
Got it.
It's hollow, right? When you blow through it, it mimics a hollow's call.
The dinner bell.
Curious.
Not ringing it yet, but that's the idea.
I hate that you just drown there. I mean, seriously, I could look at that. I can't even see the ground. How am I drowning? Rook, learn to swim. It's a basic survival skill.
Here.
Maybe I'm
Some
also just
mana.
impatient.
Sweet as
But I
candy.
prefer blaming the game.
I'll lap them up.
Interesting.
And Rook.
I wonder what they taste like.
Don't even think it. Uncle Eldrin let me try one once as a lesson. It lasted an hour. Paralysis, hallucinations, cramps.
Oh. That's fun.
Great for Hala. Bad for people.
But I mean, for real, we're going against 2 elven gods. We're fighting hordes of Darkspawn. We killed 3 dragons so far. But a puddle of water, it scares Rook. It's hilarious. Were we here before? I think so. I wonder where the last treasure chest is going to hide. Yeah. We already found here on the pedestal, like another wolf statue. Dead Rook journey ends with him drowning.
Over here.
What an unepic end.
Hang on to that. We slice away the outer husk. There's seeds inside that mimic the Hala mating scent.
I thought we were ringing
Oh.
the dinner bell.
Maybe it's a romantic dinner.
Oh boy.
Time to get out that marble
What up here?
branch and call the Hala.
He sounds
The son is
excited.
excited.
Let's hope it's that and not I'm hungry for venison.
I still do wonder where that last damn treasure chest is. I wonder if it was up here and we missed it. Might be. We will look for that later. Poor dragons, you forgot the one in the necropolis. True. True, true, true.
It's on the other side of this. He senses something. Could be Hala.
We've got a Griffin. Hassan can track them.
I need to be careful of the predator in him that's ingrained to hunt and kill things before they kill him.
He'd attack the Hala?
Hey,
Probably
that's
not, but he's never
Hala. No! Aw. Wow. Just my luck. If you want to know how clumsy I am in real life, that would 120% happen to me. Okay, stop running. And here we go. Woo! Hey, son.
This is a good spot. Lay out the stone root and banner berries.
Wonder if there's a treasure chest nearby. I don't think so. Maybe up there. It kind of feels like we're deviating from where we should go. Let's do the quest first.
Time to blow the horn. I'll let you have the honor.
Ooh, some memento. Let's go. I have dyspraxia, it's balanced stability, I'm very clumsy. Oh. I feel it though. I'm also I don't have like a diagnosed condition. But I'm also really bad at like holding balance and stuff like that. Go there, you will not come back here. Okay, I thought you would go there later, Marachan. Then we are going to explore first. Where is the treasure chest? But if we don't come back here, I don't think there will be a treasure chest. Wow, one flawless crystal. But more stuff. I do see the treasure chest. Oh my gosh, it's the last one. And insert Zelda chest opening sound. I'm not sure if it counts towards the total. I don't think so. I don't know. Anyway, we got treasure. I'm happy. So, let's call the Hala for a romantic dinner. Hey, Davrin.
It looks sick.
And quite starved.
It's okay. We're here to help.
Nice hope we could blame
How do we
Solas for
help?
that.
Look around for more vannerberries. Asan, don't you even think about going after...
Davrin, remember. Trust.
Right. Turlum. Okay. Asan, do as I would do, boy. Be nice.
Did, Asan just bring it some food?
It kind of looked more like Asan took the food for himself.
He did. I'll be damned.
Aww.
Won't forget that anytime soon. Thank you, Rook.
Go, Asan.
Means a lot to have you here for this.
And here we commit. Here we commit to the romance. And as I said before, I think Davrin was really cute. And also quite hot. So, let's go.
I wouldn't want to be with anyone else.
Does this mean you decided to take the bait?
I've got some ideas about that. And,
You were saying...
we had the same idea.
You know, being with
Sounds
me
tripping
means
it.
being with him.
It's part of the charm.
Eyes
Indeed
of an
it is.
eagle, roar of a lion. But maybe the heart of a Hala.
I'd say you found your Turlum.
Yeah, we did. Come on, boy.
Aww.
You did good.
Poor Hala, though. Poor Lucanis
We'll
left
need to
out in the
tell
cold.
Elton about this Hala.
Lucanis is probably Neve, right? Oh,
So your uncle is
Seaman
quite the
Cham is still
character.
exploring this
Eldrin
area
will
here.
drink you under the table, then the floor, then bury you in the basement as a joke. Most of my clan didn't understand why I left. Eldrin had an open mind, saw I was restless.
He approved?
He knew I had to find my own way, though he warned me about joining the Wardens.
Too dangerous?
Too much darkness. Eldrin always preached balance in life.
Not something Grey Wardens seem to know much about.
We reek of darkspawn all the time. I guess that's why working with Asan, there's something to be said for drawing strength from the light.
And you've got me now, too.
I couldn't have asked for a better day.
Aww. Told you Davrin's romance is great. It's really cute so far. Yeah, I don't know if you go for now if you feel flirting, but I don't really know. I mean, Lucanis and Neve also have been flirting, right? I guess because we weren't committed.
Any luck?
We found one. Looked sick.
I was afraid of that.
Quite
If
sick.
you can find more Vanaberries,
Hassan took care of it.
a Griffin helped to holler?
It looks so excited. Better than Ada.
It's like he was a shepherd. I couldn't believe it.
Remarkable.
Nothing about that in the training manual.
The world knows Griffins as warriors who fought Darkspawn, but they existed long before that.
Existed as what?
A creature of the wild, free to explore their nature.
But griffins live for the hunt.
So do you. Yet now, you're a caretaker.
Very good point, Davrin. More than killing monsters to life.
I'm proof that anything can change. Don't know if it's for the better.
Nothing about change is ever certain. I once knew a restless young elf who believed there was more to life than shoveling hollow manure. It's the nature of nature to surprise us.
Maybe you're right. See you around, Eldrin.
That was a nice quest. Quest complete. A friend in need. Davrin helped an old friend, Uncle Eldrin, by feeding a starving Hala. Surprisingly, Hassan pitched in and fetched berries for the poor animal, showing a side of Griffins not seen before. Very cute side. Lucanis romancing Neve is okay. I mean, of course it is. What personally I think is a little sad is that like the flirting between... Aww, now it with 2 hearts. That the flirting between Lucanis and Neve seem to have like more chemistry than like us flirting with Lucanis. Cause like flirting with Lucanis up until like with the exception of the last instance, Lucanis never really reacted, right? And Davrin really like took it and like flirted back and stuff like that. Ah, Davrin. So, brain just froze for a sec. So we have Neve, Taash, and Emmrich still at 6. What quest to do next? We'll get date dinner with Davrin later. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of sad with Lucanis romancing him. He's kind of cold. Yeah, he's just not really responsive to flirting. Like, I think for the first part of the game, or I mean, not I think, you saw that, we talked about that. For the first part of the game, I was like, oh yeah, let's romance Lucanis. But I don't know. Davrin also seems like a little more complex to me. Like there's more change in like how, like Davrin in the beginning and Davrin now, compared to like Lucanis in the beginning and Lucanis now. But obviously that's personal preference. I would say, because I really like the first quest in the Garden of the Necropolis, let's go to the Necropolis of Emmrich. Here. Oh, I also wanted to look up things. Before we look around here, I just want to confirm that... see? In Antivan Forest, we're still missing 1 treasure chest. The treasure chest we just found, that wasn't the last one. Oh, this is a cool quest. Yeah, I was betting on that. Okay, in the Necropolis, we're also still missing 3 treasure chests. Let's see if we're going to collect all of them in the end. I want to try, but if it's getting tedious, let's see.
Hello.
Hey there! Emmrich, outing. Emmrich's going to out himself? That's fine. Arrangements. Visit the Necropolis Gardens again with Emmrich. Meet Emmrich at the location marked in the Necropolis. Emmrich returns to the Memorial Gardens of the Grand Necropolis, where he reveals a secret ambition that will change his life forever. Ooh. Also, to Romans. Oh. So this would also be the outing where you commit to the Romans with Emmrich.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Sad miss.
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
I heard as Romans is the best out of the men. Emmrich's, you mean? Curious. I would assume that to some degree is also personal preference, but interesting. I wonder why.
That must have been frustrating.
He knows he's not supposed to play in the horticulture.
But he's curious.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
Oh, true.
There's something I'd like to talk about.
If?
Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Oh,
Lich. That's Old Tavine for corpse, isn't it?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Also kind of like his nemesis, right? What was she called again? Hazenkos? Or something? Heisenkos? Hazenkos, I think. And I mean, usually in all the fantasy settings, they're a surprise to becoming a lich. Or like losing all your emotions and stuff like that.
Not everyone gets to meet their idols.
Oh, but I was nervous. The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
This was a very interesting conversation as a Moon Watcher. We both like the idea personally. Of course you like the idea of becoming a Lich, Alistair. Am I surprised? Liches in Dragon Age don't lose the emotions. Oh, curious. There's no downside to that?
If that's what you want.
I'd anticipated more surprise.
Emmrich, you live in a haunted necropolis.
And you're afraid of death. It's not very surprising.
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers.
Still waiting
as well
for
as
a
a
bus.
chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Me wants you to become a lich? Never. Perish the thought. Mm-hmm. For sure, Alistair.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
That's like me playing a mage or an elf, right?
Aren't
Or
most
make
undead
or
just
forbid both.
random spirits inside corpses?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets.
But Emmrich knows now?
Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
Probably
I've been
not.
told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them. When?
Certain elements have held me back.
There is a prize. I'm just waiting for it. Also, going around in the Necropolis garden, picking some flowers. If we would be romancing Emmrich, it would also make quite a nice date location.
There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No,
Naturally?
mercifully, that falls to another watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
You still have to die. So I guess for a second you are dead, actually.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
To me, this is very appealing. Lichdom with no cost, no souls, or phylactery. I'm 100% with you. Like, immortality is just interesting, right?
Even with all my
And
preparations,
dying kind of sucks.
there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! A promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure on that detail. I thought you die, and maybe you have to be killed. And then someone does that. Like, turning you into lich.
That's reasonable. Lots of people are afraid of dying.
Is it? When it keeps me from what I most desire? Traditionally,
I mean, it's a
candidates
risk,
for
right?
lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezengas. She's a lich?
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers.
But even as a half
Until I
then.
stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom.
This is going to
Why
be
don't
like the
you
big,
select the next flowers, Rook?
the big decision for Emmrich. Like, whether he
So
becomes
what's a
a lich or
half
not.
lich exactly?
Johanna
Asking the real
attempted the
questions.
rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezengas was shouting so much.
No, she's always been that way.
I kind of feel like I'm missing all the flowers. Okay, there's one type of flower here.
What
kinda
about
looks
the
like lavender.
sifting of a soul that Hezengas avoided?
The spirits of the Necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like
For a watcher, Hezengas is pretty harsh on spirits.
we made allowances because of
Yeah.
her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care or simple attempt to understand.
I mean, yeah, like empathy or curiosity spirits.
For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Every mage's dream.
But how she's
Enough
abused
reading
her
time.
abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's
to
a good
sleep.
sign.
Not having to sleep sounds awesome. So much more time a day. Then again, basically staying awake for all eternity sounds exhausting. There.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you.
Let's see what it is. Oh, I think there was some ore. Is it ore? Nah, crystal. I really like this area. Like the combination of a graveyard and a garden with all the veil fire, it just looks really nice. All the candles.
Here we are.
Graves.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
I mean, can't be his parents, right?
In memory of Rupert and Eleanor Volcaren. They walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Aww. I mean, for me, Emmrich is a little bit too old, but he is really cute. I gotta admit that.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
I mean, I don't know your parents at all. Probably you to be happy and not harm others?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
Where even is Manfred? Go on, somewhere in the bushes. Quest complete. Arrangements. Emmrich reflected on his desire for lichdom and the dangers he'd face becoming a lich, while gathering flowers in the Grand Necropolis gardens. Placing a bouquet on his parents' graves, the senior necromancer mulled over his past and future, grateful to have company. Ooh, on focus. Alright. Kinda funny how neither of our companions were Emmrich. Okay. I still wonder where those last 3 treasure chests are going to be. Probably up here, but I still don't know how to get there. Let's look up there again. I mean, maybe in a later quest. I think it was this way, right? Yeah. Also, maybe let's decide on the next quest. Maybe let's help Neve. You know, to get some affinity points. Don't think we will be able to continue here. But who knows? Maybe something happened. Ah. Thank you, skeletons. Crazy, didn't expect it to just change. But I do take it. I like how that skeleton is standing there like, like, job well done. Like, so content.
See? Told you it wasn't the Griffin's fault.
What?
They got blighted by the Wardens. Then almost all of them got killed.
I also had that audio
By the
issue, I don't
Wardens.
know why.
I know.
This is why animals are better than people. People do crap like this.
I know, damn it. But all the people who did that are long dead. Except Isaiah.
Fine. Let's kill her and get your Griffins back.
That's the
Agreed.
plan, Taash. I don't think we're going to find 2 more treasure chests here, but who knows? Looting, looting, looting. Seems to be a very interesting grave.
I told you no one would find us here, love. And my cousin has already booked us passage.
It's our couple!
Orlais.
Pearl and
It would
Sable.
be easy to get lost there. Find a place just for us.
Sable, I cannot wait.
Yes, someplace away from staring skeletons would be... But your cousin is kind to have us here.
Ah, cute. Sad that we can't say hi, but still. It's cool. What is that? Aurum Profundus. I've been reading old Vestalis Pentagast. Oh, someone related to Cassandra Pentagast. Duties of the prelate of the Grand Necropolis. Its reputation for dry moralizing is far overblown, in my opinion. Vestalis is simply invested with a profound sensitivity towards the history of our work. Its encapsulation of the properties of gold, for example. Gold is the eternal metal and the sun beneath our vaults. It was first worked by our ancestors in tribute to the dead, and only Navarra appreciates its sacred inner nature. Silver will tarnish, copper corrode, and iron rust. Gold endures as our dead endure, and will ever adorn the inhabitants of the necropolis. From Emmrich's diary. You don't find the skeletons romantic? How dare you? But that leaves us with like 2 treasure chests, which are still missing. I wonder where they are. Back to the lighthouse for the moment. Yeah, and we also have some talks. Also, where's Davrin? Ah, there.